Amid speculations about Siddaramaiah taking over as the next Karnataka Chief Minister, the Congress party says that deliberations are still underway and the decision is likely in 48 hours. So much Nataka in Karnataka. Oath-taking preparations that began at Kantirava Stadium in Bengaluru have now been put on hold. Like Surjewala said, that don't go by rumors. I mean, it will take a minimum of 48 hours and perhaps, who knows, a maximum of 72 hours to come to the conclusion and then take the final call about who's going to be the Chief Minister and a Deputy Chief Minister, maybe, maybe not. So what we are going to do today is not the, what of it, but the why of it. What must have actually delayed the entire process? And to speak more on this, in the studio, my colleague Neha Khanna joins me, and also as guest we have Syamprasad Meka, a political analyst, who is joining us, Amitabh Tiwari, who is a political analyst, and B M Haneef, who is an author and journalist. Neha, first to you. What do you think must have happened, because I mean, we don't speculate on this channel, on this platform as it were, but then obviously, like you were saying after we did the last show, that after what Surjewala said, Sudha, it is it's going to be a waiting game.
It is going to be a waiting game because he's clearly said on record that it's going to be another 48 to 72 hours before government formation takes place and there is a new cabinet. But I think what's happening here really is that DK Shivakumar seems to be rather upset that the media has gone ahead and said that Siddaramaiah is going to be the next chief minister, and then there has been all this talk about what formula can the party adopt to accommodate and pacify DK Shivakumar. Is he going to be deputy chief minister? Is he going to be made chief minister 2.5 years down the road as part of a power sharing formula? There's been so much talk around that. So we've seen Surjewala come out and say, please do not speculate, do not pay heed to fake news, consultations are still underway. Then you had a very visibly irked DK Shivakumar coming out and almost chiding the media and saying, do not spoil your reputation. You people are carrying whatever you like. No decision has been taken. Talks are still on. So I think, in my assessment is, Sudha, and I could be wrong, is that while Siddaramaiah's name as chief minister has been zeroed in on, the party is buying time to bring DK Shivakumar on board. Our sources have told us that he has certain demands, that if you want us to be chief ministers rotation wise, you have to say it out loud in public. So the party really is trying to put up a united front to ensure that they do not have a situation where one leader goes into a sulk publicly and then the BJP jumps in and fishes in troubled waters and say, we told you so. This is a party that's won a majority and still can't get its house in order.
What must have transpired, Syamprasad? I mean, I know that we are not going to speculate. You, along with all the other guests, are seasoned political analysts. So there is no room, as it were, for rumors or any kind of other gossip. But what do you think? We were doing this show earlier also, and I just felt the Congress is just trying to buy time to get things in order, before they, announce the big news, as it were. Neha says, I mean, they can't get their house in, they can't get their act in order, so they are kind of, removing all the cobwebs. What do you think is the reason for this delay? What must have happened, Syamprasad?
At least that's what the BJP will accuse them of, and they're already doing that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, the delay is mainly because both are amply qualified. Both have shown their track record. Both are really good candidates, and that's the quandary that Congress is trying to resolve. So it's not easy. It's not a decision that can be just made to satisfy the news-hungry media, but it has to go through this process. And I think Congress, what it is trying to do is, whoever is made the chief minister, the other guy is also very happy with that decision and is secured about his own future and his own recognition within the party. So that Congress is actually doing a very tightrope walk, and they have to. There is no other way. This tightrope need to be walked across by Congress, and they have no other go. And I think so far they are holding it, uh, doing it very well. I think as Randeep Surjewala said, the next few hours, 48 to 72 hours, the decision will be out and everybody will be happy with that decision and nobody will be insecure about the future. That's what is going to, that's what is happening. I think the rest of the things are all speculations like, oh, he won't accept this, this is the formula. I don't think anybody knows
Right, Syamprasad.
formulas or anything.
You know, Amitabh Tiwari, let me bring you in. You know, there are other, I mean, not speculations, but let's call them observations. Here is a Congress party which seemed to have had, I mean, which obviously has a spectacular victory on its hand. But look at it. Look at the way things are being dealt with. I mean, it's a public spectacle, as it were. I mean, two men who are contenders for the chair, for the chief minister's chair. You know, it's taken hours and hours of assignations, of backroom parleys, etc., etc. So I want to ask you, what is it? What is your opinion? क्या कुछ हुआ होगा? मुझे बताइए. I mean, is it only like Syamprasad says, both are very, you know, both of them are deserving candidates. So the Congress is taking time, or you think DK Shivakumar is digging in his heels? Amitabh.
I think the last statement which has come from Surjewala indicates that DK Shivakumar is digging in his heels.
Yes.
What has also happened, or rather complicated the matter this time, is that apart from these two faces also, as many as 36 or 37 Lingayats have won, and there are 35 or 36 SC/ST candidates who have won. So there are other two blocks also which are applying pressure on the Congress High Command for a sizable representation in the cabinet. But I am also amazed, and that's a great point which you have raised, that Surjewala ji is asking media not to spread rumors, but they can't issue a public statement putting a gag order on their politicians who are contenders for this post. They have been giving interviews, taking people in cars and on their helicopters and whatnot for the past 4 or 5 days, adding to the confusion. How can, I mean, do we see this in BJP? I mean, of course, BJP also has taken a lot of time in many states, but we do not see main contenders coming out openly and staking their claim and talking to the media and adding to the confusion. That's number one. Number two, the process itself was contradictory from day one in the sense that you passed a one-line resolution that the High Command will take a decision, and then you have probably, as per reports, also carried out or conducted a secret ballot. If you have conducted a secret ballot, then the person who has got the highest support of the MLAs, that person will have to be appointed as the chief minister. There is no other way for the Congress party to adopt any other strategy. So either you authorize the High Command or you take a democratic step. You cannot have both, correct? So any person, Shivakumar or Siddaramaiah, will definitely claim that they have the highest support and they would want to know the results. And if the result is in favor of somebody, he or she cannot be denied the chair because that's a democratically elected process.
Absolutely. Let me go to B M Haneef, who's an author and a journalist. Mr. Haneef, welcome to the show. Mr. Haneef, we've got very interesting inputs here about not the what of it, but why has the decision been delayed, as it were. It's been taking, you know, hours and hours. You know, is Shivakumar miffed? He's going to dig in his heels further. Siddaramaiah is, you know, pulling rank and he's saying, I've completed one full term and I'm somebody who has the support of most of the MLAs. What do you think is the real reason that Randeep Surjewala had to come out and say, you know, do not spread rumors, we are going to take time? Why the delay?
This is not the old Congress. This is the new Congress. This is not the Congress of Indira Gandhi, or this is not the Congress of Mr. Narsim Rao, or this is not the Congress of even Mrs. Sonia Gandhi. This is the Congress of Rahul Gandhi. Here, the line is very thin in between the internal democracy and internal quarreling. Do you think that is this the way a party with internal democracy is stepping toward? So the question is, there is a rift between old congressmen and the new congressmen. This is how we have to look into it. Because this was in the inside of the party, in the Karnataka unit. This question was set aside, brushed aside, because it was not in the power.